I can call up tomorrow, can I?
Yes, Miss Gibson? I'm going out for some air. Shall I phone the garage?
No, I'll take a taxi.
Oh, that artist called again. He said he had a message for you.
A message for me? From Paris?
I don't know. I told him to call tomorrow.
And what did he say?
He laughed.
Laughed. Well, I'll be back before Mr. Gibson gets home.
Yes, Miss Gibson.
Any place in particular, lady?
No, just drive around. Oh, look, I'll tell you what. Drive over to Fifth Avenue and down, and I'll tell you where to stop.
Always write a letter. Say, Mrs. Gibson? Lovely evening, isn't it? Spring. Moonlight. Do you like spring, Mrs. Gibson? Spring is the time for love. Spring is the mating season. You mated, didn't you, Mrs. Gibson? Yes. You mated with Mr. Gibson, the public utilities king. Much better than marrying me, isn't it? Oh, yes. Much better than living down here. Oh, yes, much better. I can call you up tomorrow noon, can I? Oh, isn't that nice? I can call you from hell and reverse the charges. Well, you know what you can do, Mr. and Mrs. Gibson, with your money and your diamonds and your cars. You know what you can do, don't you? You can go to... Peggy. Peggy.
Will you wait here just a minute?
Sure, lady. If it isn't more than an hour.
Val?
doing?
Nothing.
Pearl said you phoned.
Oh, so I phoned, did I?
Well, what's the matter with you? Oh, no, Ralph. No.
Is there any reason why I shouldn't kill myself?
Yes, 100 reasons. For one thing, you're the making of a great artist. And then, oh, it's such a cowardly thing to do.
Well, suppose I am a coward. You always said I was. It's my business how I get rid of my unhappiness.
But all of us are unhappy at some time or other.
Oh, you're not. You're Mrs. C. Mortimer Gibson. You have motor cars and diamonds. Give me a drink, will you? May I ask how you happened to come down here just at this time?
Oh, I don't know, just a hunch. Pearl said you had a message for me.
Oh, you've just read it. You thought I had some word for you from Paul in Paris. Huh. To Paul in Paris, the man you should have married.
Listen, Ralph. Whether or not I still love Paul is of no importance now. Paul went to Paris and I married Gibson. I'm not sorry for myself. And you shouldn't be sorry for yourself. You've got to stop acting like you're the same. It's weak.
I love you, Peggy.
I know.
I love you. Peggy?
Where's Mrs. Gibson?
Miss Gibson? Why, she's gone out for a ride.
Where?
Where? Why, to the park, I suppose.
Have her see me when she gets back. And 28,000 shares of common stock. 79 3/8. Which we agreed to take 1/3. Oh, you better make it 1/2. You got that?
Yes, Mr. Gibson.
And 10,000 shares of preferred is 120.
He's home. He's still up. And he's mad.
Oh, hello, dear. Are you home?
Apparently.
You mind telling me just exactly what is the meaning of this?
I've been out riding in a taxi. A green taxi.
I don't like that.
Well, there weren't any yellow taxis around.
Where did you go?
Oh, just through the park. Come in.
Of course, there's no reason why you shouldn't go riding. I'm sorry I didn't get back home to dinner.
And the theater. That's all right.
I was disappointed at not finding you at home. I brought you a little surprise.
Oh, dear, you shouldn't. Oh, so lovely.
Like it?
Yes, it is beautiful.
Couches.
Yes, I know. Oh, how charming.
You look charming this evening.
Thank you.
Charming. Well, now, if you'll excuse me, I still have some work to do.
Yes, of course, yes.
The CD&K people are trying to get control of the market. We still have 250,000 shares of the common stock.
Good night, dear.
Yeah.
And thank you for the bracelet.
Good morning, Mrs. Gibson. It's spring, Pearl. Yes, Mrs. Gibson. Mr. Gibson had to go down to his office.
Oh,
He said he won't be able to go with you to meet his daughter.
no.
Majestic docks promptly at 12.
Oh.
And luncheon will be served promptly at 1:30.
And spring will end promptly June 15th. Signed, C. Mortimer Gibson.
And he also told me to give you these. And told me he thought it was quite careless of you to leave them in the living room.
Hello. Anybody up yet? Whom do you wish to see, sir? I don't know. Whom have you? This is the apartment of Mr. C. Mortimer Gibson. That's right. And I'm P.M. Lockridge. You'll have to leave your card, Mr. Lockridge. Mr. Gibson is out. Oh, well, that's just where you're wrong. I don't want to see Mr. Gibson. I want to see Mrs. Gibson. I'm sorry, sir. Now, look, it's too nice a morning to be disagreeable. You just tell Mrs. Gibson that a certain, gentleman has come back from Paris. Yes, sir, but your card, sir. What? Oh. I had a card last year. I guess I left it in my other suit. Here you are. There. Reply requested. But Hurry up. That's better.
Cartier's, Phil. I noticed that, Miss Gibson.
The best. We must always have the best. Best in jewels, best house, best string.
Yes, Miss Gibson.
Let me close the windows now, Phil. I've had my spring. The air might hit these diamonds. Oh, no. Just one last breath. What's that? It's him.
Excuse me, madam. There's a young man downstairs.
Mr. Lockridge?
all right. Oh. What you do? Well, if I were you, Miss Gibson, I'd wear my flowered chiffon. Well, I guess I can open the windows again. Oh, no, lock them. This is terrible. Well, it might be worse.
This piano needs tuning.
Appallingly, sir.
Appallingly. Gee, I'm thirsty. Can I have a glass of water?
Certainly, sir.
Got an opener?
Why, certainly, sir.
That's fine.
Pearl!
Oh, Mr. Pond.
Well, I certainly am glad to see you.
I'm sure glad to see you back again.
You don't look a day older.
Oh, well, you don't look much older yourself. Just as careless as ever. Look at that coat.
Oh. That's the old Pearl. Any old button will do. Hey, Pearl, how about,
Well, I'll see what I can do.
that girl. Great girl, that Pearl. I used to know her when Mrs. Gibson was in the Follies.
Indeed, sir.
Mm-hmm.
That's quite nice.
Like it? Something I wrote myself.
Rather reminiscent of Wagner.
Wagner?
Yes. The prelude from Tristan and Isolde. You know.
Oh, yes, but in mine, look. Eh?
Do you mind?
No, come right in, come on.
But, Miss Gibson, I don't see what harm it can do just to see him.
Not today, Phil.
Tomorrow?
I want you to be sure that he leaves before Mr. Gibson gets there.
Well, I don't know, Miss Gibson. You know Mr. Paul.
Pearl, I want him out of this house before Mr. Gibson returns. Do you understand?
Yes, Mrs. Gibson.
You going down the back way? Yes. Don't do anything to hurt his feelings.
Why, hello, Mr. Gibson. Well, fancy seeing you here.
How do you do, Mr. Lockwood?
How do you do? We're just playing a little Beethoven. You know, the Moonlight Sonata.
Yes. Has Mrs. Gibson come back with my daughter yet?
No, sir. That'll be all, sir?
Yes. That'll be all.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Ah, Mr. Gibson. I guess it's quite a surprise seeing me again, eh?
Yes, quite a surprise. You've been abroad, haven't you?
Yes. Yes, since just before your wedding.
Yes, I remember.
Just a year ago.
Yes, Mrs. Gibson and I were married on the 13th.
Yes. Yeah, that was Friday, wasn't it?
Is there anything I can do for you, Mr. Lockridge?
Oh, no. Oh, thank you, Mr. Gibson. No, I just happened to be passing, and I thought I'd drop in and say hello to Peggy.
She'll be very disappointed.
Oh, yes, I know she will. Yeah, will you just tell Peggy that I called?
Certainly.
Huh?
Good day, Mr. Lockridge.
Oh, good day, Mr. Gibson. I thought you said you had no liquor.
Oh, that? Well, you see, that was for my sick grandfather.
Poor grandfather.
Marjorie. Hello, stepmother. Hello, dear. Oh, I'm so glad.
You'll
so
be able
glad
to
to see you. It's been...
Poor grandmother.
Oh, dear. That was something I was bringing Dad. Oops. Sorry.
I can see we're going to have a lot of fun. Every time I think of you being my mother, I have to laugh. So do I. I got a great kick out of your marrying father. I'm crazy to go on the stage myself.
Well, it's a lot of fun if you don't have to do it. But it's awful when you're broke.
Oh, Lordy, it's good to be back in New York. I'm sick of town.
Wasn't the school any fun?
No, they won't let you do anything. Do you mind if I smoke?
Well, now, daughter. Wasn't that man a crank? I waved my eyelashes like, man, it didn't do any good at all. You see, the man's an idiot. But look, it's moving. My twins. Your what? My gold dust twins. They must be smothered. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Look here. It's Dad. Oh.
Well, did you have a nice crossing?
Oh, terrible. No men on board at all.
Oh.
Lord, it's good to be back.
What a shack you got here, Dad. Oh, just something to keep the rain off.
I like her. Say, I'm starved. When's luncheon?
1:30.
Promptly.
Mind if I run upstairs and wash my neck? I've got most of our Belle France on it. It's a red long day.
That must be quite a convent she goes to.
Yes, quite.
I like her.
I'm awfully glad. I want you to keep an eye on her.
Both eyes.
Peggy, there's something that I want to tell you. A young man called to see you this morning.
Oh, yes?
Yes. Now, Peggy, I haven't minded your seeing certain of the people that you used to know in your less fortunate days.
Oh, yes, you've been very kind.
I trust you, Peggy. But I'd rather that this young man did not come to the house.
Hello, Peggy. Gee, I'm glad to see you. I just happened to see you arrive. Good afternoon, Mr. Gibson.
Hello, Paul.
Well, Peggy, isn't this wonderful? How are you?
Very well, thank you.
I just got in last Friday. Weren't you going to ask me?
Oh, yes.
I came over third class. Did you ever travel third class, Mr. Gibson?
Oh, I've never had that pleasure.
Well, it's the only way to travel. I mean, so many stuffy people travel first class. Bankers and... Well, I mean, not bankers like yourself, Mr. Gibson, but...
I see.
How's your music, Paul?
Oh, it's grand. You remember the trouble I was having with the second movement of my symphony?
It is the first movement. You know, the part where the trumpets came in. Ta-ta-ta-ta-ta.
Oh, yeah, well, I just fixed it. I went... But I meant the part that went... I
wonder if you'd mind.
Not at all, not at all. I'll play the whole thing for you.
Lousy, what is it?
It is not lousy. You just don't know anything about music.
Oh, this is Mr. Lockridge, my stepdaughter, Miss Gibson.
You're what?
Uh-huh. What a fresh guy. Say, do you know Rare Indigo?
Cute kid.
Come on, Peggy, step into it. Oh, dear, I haven't laughed so much since...
Since what?
Oh, nothing. Paul, I am glad you're back.
Huh?
Where's Dad? He went down to the office. Doesn't he know today's Sunday? He won't go to heaven. Let's go somewhere. What's doing in New York on Sunday? Well, daughter, we might go to some nice museum.
I've seen a museum.
Pardon, madam. Mr. Lasantius called.
Ralph? Well, I want to talk to him.
Who's Ralph? Is he good looking?
Very.
Oh, let me talk to him.
Let's all go down and see him.
No, wait a minute. I'll talk to him 1st.
Oh, we'll all talk to him. Come on.
Come on, Peggy. Step into it.
Come on, Peggy. Step into it.
Come on, Peggy. Step into it. Come on, Peggy. Step into it. Come on, Peggy. Step into it. Come on, Peggy. Step into it. Come on, Peggy. Step into it. Come on, Peggy. Step into it. Come on, Peggy. Step into it. Come on, Peggy. Step into it. Come on, Peggy. Step into it. Come on, Peggy. Step into it. Come on, Peggy. Step into it. Come on, Peggy. Step into it. Come on, Peggy. Step into it. Come on, Peggy. Step into it. Come on, Peggy. Step into it. Come on, Peggy. Step into it. Come on, Peggy. Step into it. Come on, Peggy. Step into it. Come on, Peggy. Step into it. Come on, Peggy. Step into it. Come on, Peggy. Step into it. all the bananas from that Italian?
Oh, yes. And the night the cop chased Paul down Fifth Avenue.
Yes, the masquerade, Webster Hall.
Oh, yeah, it was broad daylight, and I was dressed like an Indian.
And I had a long red beard on.
Gosh, that must have been fun.
Fun. Listen, we had a million laughs today, didn't we, Peggy? I wonder if Gio Benelli's goat is still back there. Remember that goat, Peggy?
Oh, let's look.
Come on.
Oh, I'd love to live in a place like this. I'd get a big kick out of it.
Want to be an artist, eh? Oh, lots of fun. A million laughs.
Why does Peggy want to give it up and get married?
Well, you ask her.
Wouldn't you like to sculpt me sometime? Dad'll give you a big check.
Well, I don't want any of your father's money.
You're a funny guy. I like you, though.
Well, that's fine.
Do you like me?
Well, I don't know yet.
Well, that's flattering.
I'm not much good at flattering.
You'll sculpt me.
How do you mean I shouldn't have come back?
You know what I mean.
Are you happy?
Yes?
You happy with Gibson?
Of course.
All right, I'll go back.
Where?
I don't know, Paris, Rome.
When?
Well, if you're in such a hurry, I'll go right away.
Oh, don't say that. I don't want you to go back.
No,
Oh, Paul, try to use your head.
I am. I'm sailing on Saturday.
Next Saturday?
Yeah. Well, want me to go Wednesday? Thursday?
Don't, Paul.
I aim to please.
Well, you don't have to go back.
Well, there's no particular reason for my staying here. Is there?
Well, did you come over here just to see me?
Oh, no, of course not. I came over to see how the new subway is getting along.
There isn't any new subway.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm going back. Don't you think we might have one good party before I go?
Phone me tomorrow.
I have a nickel.
Here. And the number is Plaza 5699. Now, don't stand there for a soda.
I won't.
Have you any idea where we are?
Not the slightest. Take a look at the ocean. Remember the time we sat on the sand?
Oh, we're nowhere near the ocean.
Sure we are. Can't you smell the salt?
No. That's not the ocean.
Well, it's around here somewhere. Let's ask this fellow. Hey, Arthur. Can you tell me where the ocean is? What ocean? Let me see. What is the name of that ocean?
It's the Atlantic, I think.
Atlantic Ocean?
I think that's the name. I'm not very good at remembering names. But it's sort of wet on top.
And full of waves, you know? Does that sound like any ocean you know? Hey.
Charming couple.
Maybe we're in France. Maybe they didn't understand us. Let's try this one. Hey, Arthur. Voulez-vous m'indiquer la meilleure route à la mer?
Try Jim.
Can I see the light,
Here. Bong, ho, towing, chugum, Atlantic.
Yeah. Thank you.
It's a secret.
What an unpleasant country.
Oh, we'll find it. It's that way.
Ah.
Doing very nicely, Mr. Gibson.
Very.
68 and a half. 68 and a half. Oh, here's a quotation on amalgamated copper. 147 and a half. 147 and a half?
It's going to rain.
No, it's not. I looked in the paper this morning.
We really ought to be getting somewhere, don't you think?
If we don't, I'll never borrow another car.
Overhead. What's the matter?
I don't know. This was only a piano.
I've never been out in the piano.
Yeah? Maybe we're out of gas.
Oh, it's miles since we passed the filling station. Careful, dear. Don't burn yourself.
Yeah. But it said in the paper that
What paper?
the Times.
Well, this can't be rain, then.
I wonder what it is.
Let's put up the hood.
Yeah.
I'll help.
Thanks.
Oh, oh, there. Now that's fine.
Fine, huh?
Yep.
Well, we better run for that last house. Maybe we can get some gas, too.
That's rain.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Who lives here?
Probably somebody named Smith.
No, I don't think so. Looks more like someone named Jones. Well, if they aren't in, we can just leave cars.
Awfully careless of the Smiths to be out.
Jones. A phone!
A piano.
That's just what we need now. A good piano.
Have you got a crowbar?
Had one.
I hope it's in tune.
Well, we needn't come again. It isn't.
What a break.
Anybody home?
Why, hello, Mrs. Smith. You're home early.
Why, hello, Mrs. Smith. Is everything all right?
Well, the grocery called up. Said they must have a check for last month's bill.
Oh, tough. We shan't pay them until the 30th.
I have a surprise for you.
You don't mean...
I've made a strawberry pie for dinner.
Oh. Oh, that's very sweet, dear.
Now, you come in and let me get your slippers and your pipe and...
Thank you, dear. My, it was a hard day down at the office.
Oh, I'm sure it was.
Anyone telephone?
Well, the Turners called and wanted to know if we could play bridge this evening.
The Turners. I'm too tired.
I don't feel quite up to it myself.
Hey, Peg, there's your phone if you want to use it.
Hello. Hello, operator. Say, operator, where am I? He's going to give me information. Look, I'm in some house down on Long Island, and I want to get home. Can you tell me where I am? Oh, the number is, Cedarhurst 0479. Who? Higginbottom? Operator, oh, shoot, she hung up. Operator, get me the taxi cab company. Will you send a taxi right away to the residence of Mr. Higginbottom? Have you looked at the spark plugs?
Yeah, they need cleaning.
Oh, we better get out of these clothes before we catch cold.
Oh, we won't do that.
Oh, yes, we... Well... Good night.
Huh?
Thank you.
Could we have a photograph, please?
Surely.
Beg your pardon, what is your name?
Ralph LaSant, the third. Certainly our lucky girl, Miss Gibson.
Oh, but we're not engaged yet.
But haven't you heard about your father?
No. Did something happen?
Well, you might call it that. He has just cleaned up a cool $4 million.
Oh, that's fine.
What?
All right.
More tea, Mr. Higginbottom. I wonder what can be keeping that taxi.
I hope it never comes.
Are you really sailing tomorrow?
Sure.
Don't sail.
Why not?
Don't sail.
Gee, you're a funny one to say that. Did you ever hear the story about the cake?
No.
Well, it seems that you can't have your cake and eat it, too.
That's not a very interesting story.
No? Well, you tell me one.
Well, it seems it was a chorus girl, married a millionaire.
Well, that's not very interesting, either. Well, what did they do? Live happily ever after?
I don't know.
Want me to tell you that story?
No.
Well, it seems that this chorus girl was secretly in love with the brilliant musician who made the mistake of going away at the wrong time.
And found it out too late.
Too late?
Come on, pick 'em up.
What's the matter?
What are you doing in this house?
Having tea.
Would you like some tea?
No, I don't want some tea.
We're friends with Mr. Higginbottom.
Oh, yeah? What's he look like?
Well, he's rather a short gentleman.
Yeah, well, not too short.
No, a rather tall, short gentleman.
Oh, he's a tall, short gentleman.
Yes, with curly black hair.
That is, it looks black in certain light.
And a rather large nose.
Oh, good old Higgy.
Come on, Harry. Slip the cuffs on him.
I take size 8, officer.
You know, this is the third time this house has been broken into this year.
Well, then that's why there wasn't any whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
Have you an umbrella?
Not so bad for a day's work, Winslow. About $8,450,000.
Not bad. Not bad at all, sir. $8,450,000.
Where's Mrs. Gibson?
I'll ring for her.
No, I'll get her. You order a bottle of wine.
Yes, sir.
Peggy.
Marjorie.
Oh, Benham, Mr. Gibson has just made $8,450,000.
Yes, sir. That's very nice, sir. Is that all, sir?
Is that all? Yes, that's all.
Oh, well, we'll have some champagne anyway, Winslow.
Yes, sir. I'll open it, sir.
No, that's all right. Let me open it. Here, I want you to have a cigar first.
Oh, thank you, sir.
$8,450,000. Not a bad day's work, eh, Winslow?
No, sir, not at all bad, sir. $8,450,000.
Is that the latest model typewriter, Winslow?
Oh, no, sir. There's a later one. It's noiseless and lighter to carry, sir.
Oh, is it? Well, I want you to have one of those, Winslow.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Well, happy days.
Happy days, Mr. Gibson. Hello? Yes? Who? What? I think you have the wrong number. It's the police station, sir.
Oh, well, tell them we don't need a policeman today.
Hello? I think you have the wrong number. Yes? What? Oh, Mrs. Gibson.
What's that?
It's Mrs. Gibson, sir.
Hello? Yes. Yes. Yes? Well, let me speak to the sergeant. Hello, this is Mr. C. Mortimer Gibson talking.
I'm certainly sorry this thing happened, Mrs. Gibson.
Not at all. In a way, it wasn't your fault.
Well, I'm sure glad you think so.
Well, better luck next time.
Thanks. Good night, Mr. Gibson.
You can't go on with it.
With what?
With that. With everything that it stands for. That's noise, that's money, that's power. Peggy, I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you calmly and sensibly. I want to tell you a few things that you don't know. I want to tell you that you're dying.
Dying?
Dying. I watched you ever since I've been back. I've watched you trying to pretend that you're having a good time.
I'm not pretending.
Oh, yes, you are. You're not having a good time. You're having a ghastly time. Your whole life is false. You're living a dead life. False life, a horrible life. Nothing that you do is really you. You can't live like this. God didn't mean you to live like this. You're dying. You're dying from want of nourishment, of laughter.
Laughter?
Yes, laughter. You were born for laughter. There's nothing in this life of yours now that's as important as that. Laughter could take this whole life of yours, that house, those people, those jewels, and blow them to pieces. You're rich, yes, you're dirty rich. And nothing but laughter can make you clean. Will you come?
Oh, Paul, why did you come back?
Because I love you, Peggy. Listen, dear. I'm not going to argue anymore. I've said everything I'm going to say. I'm sailing on the Rotterdam. If you don't come with me, I'll never be back. If you do, I...
Marjorie, you've been drinking. I'm all right. Hello, Paul.
Hello, Margie. Anything I can do?
Yes, you might kill your friend Ralph for me.
Ralph's all right.
Good night, Paul.
Good night.
I'm all right, Peggy. Yes, but you better lie down a little.
I don't want to lie down.
All right. Well, let's just sit down here anyway, huh?
I don't want to sit down.
All right, dear. There.
Wasn't Ralph's fault.
What wasn't Ralph's fault?
My getting stewed.
Oh.
Who says I'm stewed?
Why, no one, dear.
You don't like Ralph, do you? Well, I don't like Paul. Ralph's twice the man that Paul is, and I won't have you two criticizing him.
What? You're excited?
I'm not excited.
No, of course you're not. Good morning, dear.
Good morning.
You sent for me? Is anything wrong?
Sit down.
How silly.
It's not silly, it's serious.
Well, I'll see that Marjorie never marries Ralph. I promise you that. As for that other absurd thing with Paul, I told you before, I'm terribly, terribly sorry.
Being sorry isn't enough.
But I told you the truth about it. It was just one last little party before he sailed.
Did he sail?
No, but he's going to.
When?
Tonight.
I'm not worried about that. I'd rather you didn't see him again, but that's your own business.
I won't see him again.
I just want to remind you that you have certain obligations. If anything happened to Marjorie through your carelessness, I'd never forgive you.
But don't you understand? It's... Oh, what's the use?
It must not happen again.
It won't.
Well, that's all. Now, let's forget it. Tell me, is there anything I can do to help about the arrangements for the party tonight?
No, thanks.
It ought to be a wonderful party.
Yes. Is that all?
That's all, dear.
Goodbye, dear.
Goodbye.
I think Mr. Paul probably telephoned to say goodbye. Be sure to get hold of me if he does. I want to talk to him. Yes, Mrs. Gibson.
On the television.
Oh, telephone.
Yes, telephone.
Hello?
Oh.
Sally. That's who did. I'll take it upstairs.
You can't try the corn for me, madam.
Oh, yes. Good? Mm-hmm. Delicious. What do you think, Ben?
Not bad.
Well, I'd start serving supper about 12 o'clock. And be sure that Mr. Gibson gets his apple.
Oh, here she is. Come right in, Mr. Miller. Hello, dear. I wanted you to meet an old friend of mine, Mr. Miller. This is Mrs. Gibson. How do you do?
How do you do, Mr. Miller?
And I wanted you to meet my daughter, too. Where is
yes.
Marjorie?
Where isn't she dancing?
No, we've just come from there.
Oh, I bet I know where she is.
Well, let's go back, Mr. Miller. You've done marvelous with the room, dear. The decorations are beautiful. After you, sir.
Peggy.
Oh. How did you get here?
Pearl let me in.
Did you? Oh, I'm so glad.
Why?
I didn't want you to go away without saying goodbye.
Your mind is still made up.
Yes, Paul.
All right, darling. It's been fun, hasn't it?
I've never had so much fun in my life.
Goodbye, Mrs. Smith.
Goodbye, Mr. Smith.
Don't forget to pay the grocery bill.
I won't, dear.
Give Oliver his medicine every Tuesday.
I will, dear. Don't you forget to write.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Peggy, did you find Marjorie?
Marjorie. Oh, no. I looked for her upstairs. Marjorie.
Can you imagine Dad when he gets the news?
Very easily.
And Peggy? Anything in here you want packed? Ooh, what's this?
Look out, it's loaded.
Want to pack it?
No. Whoa, wait a minute.
Oh, you're so grand.
Here.
You do love me, don't you? More than anyone else in the world?
You've never loved anyone the way you love me?
Of course not.
Traveling, eh? Yes. Isn't that nice? Paris, I suppose.
What if it is?
Ralph bought the tickets already?
No. I bought them.
Oh, really? Oh. How convenient.
If you think Ralph is marrying me for my money...
Oh, I didn't say that.
It's very interesting to hear you talk about someone marrying for money.
Oh, then he is marrying you for your money.
You keep out of this.
Did he ask you questions? Of course, there's no reason why Ralph shouldn't marry you for your money. He's a great artist. If you give him a certain amount of leisure, and, well, artists need leisure and luxury.
I said you keep out of this.
But Margie, my dear, I'm simply trying to help you with Ralph. You know, I know Ralph a great deal better than you do, don't I? I know that Ralph hates money and luxury. That's why I'm a little surprised. You see, Ralph lived only for his art. He almost committed suicide once because of his art. Didn't you, Ralph? Margie told me you did.
Tell her the truth, Ralph. Tell her you love me and you're marrying me because you love me. That I'm the only girl you ever loved. And then tell her to go.
Tell me the truth, Ralph. Tell me the truth. Tell me that you love Marjorie more than anybody else in the world. Do you? Do you?
How can you ask me that? Now, are you satisfied?
Yes.
Oh, I could kill you.
You wouldn't kill me, Ralph. You haven't the nerve.
He must have had a husband. What's his name? Red hair?
You see it down? Really?
What's your name?
Mrs. Gibson. Mrs. C. Mortimer Gibson.
Where do you live?
1063 Fifth Avenue.
Open up.
Hello. Get me circle 1633.
Oh! Who's it?
Can't you see I'm phoning?
Oh! I'm being murdered! Help! Murder!
Hello, Mac. Say, Mac, this is Joe. Hey, I've got a great story.
Mr. Gibson, there are some reporters wishing to see you. Oh, good. I'll see them in my den. Yes. Excuse me. Good evening, gentlemen. Glad to see you. Come right in. I didn't imagine that my little party would assume such proportions.
Want some break?
I think you want some photographs of my guests.
I'd like that.
Well, here, boys, I want you to have a cigar.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you. Help yourself.
Thanks.
Yes.
Do you mind posing for a picture for us, Mr. Gibson?
No, certainly not.
Well, that's fine. Mind holding this flash?
Surely.
Just a little higher, please. Fine.
All right.
Hold it.
Well, wait a minute now. I think perhaps this would be more appropriate. No?
Yes, absolutely.
Hold it.
A smile. Now, have you any photographs of Mrs. Gibson you could let us have?
Well, that's very simple. We'll just call for this.
I'm afraid that would be a little difficult.
To tell you the truth, Mrs. Gibson is in a little trouble.
Apple.
It couldn't have been more than 10 seconds after the shot that I entered the room.
You're sure of that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you, that's all. Mrs. Gibson, this is obviously a case of suicide. You are free to go until we need you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mr. Gibson.
Let me see you to your car, man.
How long have you known Mr. Smith? Where did you meet him? Did you know when you were in the flowing? How'd you like to take a shot at me sometime,
Thank you. Thank you.
Good night,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Gibson.
Good night.
Good night, Mr. Gibson.
Good night.
Mr. Gibson's waiting for you in the library.
I'm leaving, Mortimer.
That may not be necessary.
Yes, it is. It's the most necessary thing I've ever had to do.
Your going will not be necessary.
You're very generous, Mortimer. But I'm going.
Peggy, listen to me. I know you better than you know yourself. For one thing, this is your life. You can't leave. For you need comforts and luxury. You need money.
I need something more than that, Mortimer. I found that out tonight. I need love.
Love? As though love were the most important thing. As though love were a matter of life or death.
That's just it. That's what I found out tonight. Love can be a matter of life and death. I saw a man kill himself tonight because of love. I saw him become himself again. I want to be myself again. I want to leave this place. I want to leave everything that I thought I couldn't leave. I want to go.
But you can't.
But I must, Mortimer. Goodbye.
Et bien les amoureux là-bas, à votre santé.
À votre?
Si vous savez un peu.
Yeah, oui, c'est bon. Well, Mrs. Lockridge, where'll we eat?
I don't know, Mr. Lockridge.
Let's get home early.
All right, dear.
You love me? You know, I got a great idea for a finale today. Instead of bringing the trombones into that funky, I'm going to hold them till later and build it up with the strings. So it goes. Then I think I'll repeat the original there, just once, maybe with the strings. I don't know. Perhaps it'll be better if I back them up with the drums.